at a half break. We are getting this report live from Arua PTC, where one of us is there. Wiso Time is representing there. That is by Benson Pastore in there. So for all of the updates that shall be coming from the Arua Super Cup, we will be giving you all the updates in the consistent show or in on all our social media handles in there. And then also somehow locally also Onduparaka Football Club is by the way doing very great. They have a lot of signings here and there. They did have a contract renewal by a lot of players here and there, and then some of the players that possibly we shall not be seeing as the season starts. They are being trained by the coach player, the legendary former player over the national team Uganda, a former coach over there is Leo Football Club, current coach of Vara Senior Secondary School, coach of also the West Nile Province. So there is I am talking about Samson Caesar Okuti in there, and the Onduparaka fans are also doing quite very well, and they are representing into there is their journeys over doing elections for there is the new leaders. That and more is something we shall be discussing with you. All you have to do is keep it glued to West Nile TV. Don't you go away. Don't touch anything. So long as it is on West Nile TV, you should actually throw away your remote so that you don't change in the channel in there. So basically, we also did see Arsenal, by the way, play yesterday. What happened? Arsenal guy is out there. Me, I am supposed to be neutral. Much as you're seeing me wearing a club affiliated shirts, yeah, it's just for just. But this is international football. We did see a game yesterday where Arsenal played Atalanta, and that game ended on a 0-0. We did see Real Madrid playing. We did see Barcelona playing also. That and some of the results things I will be bringing to you. And starting with the local stories here, yesterday I was able to attend the training of Onduparaka Football Club because the news has been going around that Onduparaka Football Club started training late, that will affect them and all that. But if you look at the training, it's very intensive. Yes, guys are doing training. I was also able to see, by the way, the parliament team. And on 28th, we shall be having the parliamentarians come right here in Arua City. So the whole parliament is going to be the 12th house, I don't know, is going to be in Arua City 28th. So if you like 28th, you should be able to schedule your dates. That 28th should get you down at Greenlight Stadium on Onduparaka. We shall be having the parliamentarians taking on a couple of games. They will be playing as a media team. They will be playing the local artists. They will be playing as a business community. They will be also playing as the management that will combine with the fans of Onduparaka Football Club together. They also will be facing as the parliamentarians. So basically that is something that is coming down on 28th under the stewardship of the Honorable Lematia John, the Member of Parliament, Ivu West constituency. He is already on ground doing preparation, seeing to it that the 28th goes also well. That is also football, but on the side of Onduparaka. And then leaving that there, the fans of Onduparaka are also organizing themselves also well under, of course, the guidance of the EC, Badru Chigundu Deno, who already literally drew up a roadmap for there is the electoral roadmap for Onduparaka Football Club fans election. And the roadmap reads that 18th September, but they did advertise the vacant posts on all the social media platforms. And then yesterday, 19th, is where the EC was receiving nominations of candidates in different positions by there is the general funds up to 10 p.m. and then vetting and critical analysis of the candidates by the EC team. 21st, which will be today, publicity of names of successful candidates for various positions. There will also be radio talk shows that, of course, started this morning. We did have a representative that went to one of the radio stations, and then right now We are also doing that live on West Nile TV. And then after here, we shall also be, the Onduparaka team shall also be proceeding to another media house for the same purpose in there. Today shall be publicity of the names of successful candidates for various positions, and then radio talk shows. And then 22nd, the general online elections are from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then on 23rd, the declaration of results by the EC. And then 23rd to 27th shall be orientation of the fund's leadership into different roles, club history, and leadership training for the new leaders via online meeting without outgoing funds leaders and representatives from the management. And then on 28th, before of course the new season starts, there will be a handover of office and official start of work at Greenlight Stadium by there is the new entrance into there is their new offices. That basically is the roadmap of there is the electoral process for the Onduparaka fans that definitely, of course, want to do elections over their new leaders in there. And basically, for me, this is quite a very good one. For there is the team Onduparaka, and the vacant positions that exist in there is the funds leadership include the president, the vice president, the secretary, the vice secretary, treasurer that will be appointed, the PRO, funds, not club, and then these are basically the vacant positions that are available. And if you're very passionate, you could possibly, the passionate fans out there could possibly submit in their interest of wanting to lead the fans of Onduparaka Football Club. And of course, just like I had said, the media visits are ongoing here and there. And of course, that for me is quite a very good one. And also, talking about the club, there is still Onduparaka Football Club. Remember, in between the transfer windows that officially, of course, closed yesterday for the local markets, we did see Onduparaka Football Club run into a lot of signings. They did want to get a lot of people on board. Yeah, the deals that actually Onduparaka Football Club had gone in for included Matata Gabriel. They wanted Ibrahim Faisal. There is Anini, commonly called as the Terminator. They also wanted the services over quite a couple of players. But then we can confirm to you that Onduparaka had contacted there is Alpha Rising Stars. There is here to get the services over Matata Gabriel because he is affiliated to Alpha Rising Stars, and it did not yield any fruit. So Matata Gabriel this season remains still at Alpha Rising Stars, and he is still a player of Alpha Rising Stars. But then the Black Angels have also expressed interest in there is a said player in the names of Matata Gabriel. We shall also see if this agreement will work out between if this agreement will work out between the Black Angels and the Alpha Rising Stars, because the agreement failed to work out between Onduparaka Football Club and Alpha Rising Stars. And then Ade Bryan's contract has been renewed at Onduparaka Football Club, and some of the new signings in Onduparaka Football Club include Ola Odong Jacob and Rubakene from Young Elephant, Mugisha Chigundu from Bola Football Club. Onduparaka has also acquired the services of Bosa from the Luzira based side, UPL based side. There is Maroons Football Club. And then the team, yesterday, I can confirm to you, the team already did finalize, the signing of Ibrahim Faisal Anini, and Anini now is fully in Onduparaka, much as he is helping as the head coach of Arua Airfield. And Yakin Rashid for Onduparaka Football Club formerly hasn't also finalized in signing a new contract with Onduparaka Football Club. And then Boy Fazilino, last season we did see him play for Onduparaka Football Club, and he hasn't also signed a new contract at Onduparaka Football Club. Reports say that he might join Kochi Urban. I'm talking about Boy Fazilino in there, and that I don't know if it did happen because we did see the transfers, of course, closing. That is last. The transfers closed yesterday midnight. Yeah, and then within also the Onduparaka squad, from the former players, there are quite a couple of players that did renew their contracts at Onduparaka Football Club, and they include, there is Adrico Gaspar Alex, Mayanja Davis. We also did see a creative man, there is Andama Jr., and their lanky defender, Simba Sabir. These people have all renewed their contracts with Onduparaka for 2 years. And then also, Mungufeni Jonathan, commonly called as Vela, also did renew his contract at Onduparaka Football Club as well. So basically, these are some of the stories that could be coming from Onduparaka Football Club. But of course, they will be confirmed by the public relations officer Onduparaka Football Club with the names of Fudribo Owen. Does that name sound familiar? He is actually my colleague host who is definitely out there for official duty. But when the time is right, he will also come here not to do sports analysis as usual, but then he will be on club duties, and that is when we shall be hosting him as the PRO of Onduparaka Football Club, who will definitely be able to give us this that I have just told you and more of the stories within Onduparaka Football Club. That aside, remember, former winger Mabe Godwin now joins the Koboko Rising Stars in there. And then I also did give you some of the contract extensions of within Onduparaka Football Club in there. So meaning Onduparaka Football Club is one side definitely we should keep our eyes on. This is a side that started training late years, and we have also seen their coach that did help them last season in the names of Ahmed Barini, wishing them goodbye on his social media handle in there. And then the new head coach at Onduparaka Football Club is the one guy that we are yet to confirm as a Whistle Time Desk. So once we do that, we shall definitely also bring you that story in here. And yesterday we did have a couple of games in. We did have a couple of games in. There is the Uganda Premier League. Then today we shall also be looking at quite a couple of games, and I want us to specifically look at URA. That of course will be looking into bouncing back because they lost their game on match day 1 of UPL. They will be looking at bouncing back as they play Solitilo Bright Stars today, 20th at Kavumba Recreational Grounds at 4 p.m. URA will of course look to bounce back from their opening defeat on match day 1 for the opener of also UPL season 2024-2025, where we did see them lose until there is a KCCA when they visit Solitilo Bright Stars today at Kavumba Recreational Grounds. The tax collectors were beaten 1-0 by there is a KCCA last week, and are aware that they need to get off the mark on match day 2. And in Bright Stars, they face a formidable opponent who also want to win after drawing 1-1 with the Wachiso Giants on match day 1 in their league opener. In there, the 4-time league winners are missing several key players, including Sharif Chimboa, Bright Vuni, Roger Somedwa, Justin Opiro, and Ibrahim Wamana and James Begisa, among others, through injuries. Quite a very long list of injuries, by the way. There is a 14 URA. And if they don't do themselves well, trust me, we shall be seeing them also losing out on match day 2. But we are not wishing them that bad. Others out are under 20 stars. Dennis Chisiriko, Godfrey Sechivengo, Abdu Magada, and Innocent Chisolo, who are with the Hippos. Alex Isabire will rely on Moses Aliro, Ivan Hindisimwe, and Joshua Lubwama, among others, to inspire his side, Pastor Joseph Mutiaba's men, who have Nelson Senkantuka, Nordin Bunjo, and Marvin Youngman in their ranks, in their previouses for the two. In the last 17 meetings between the two sides, there is URA and Solitilo Bright Stars. URA has won 7 times, lost 3, and drawn 7. Both fixtures last season ended in 1-all draws. That was between URA and, of course, Solitilo Bright Stars. Elsewhere on today, we shall also be seeing KCCA visiting Bull Football Club at Lugazi Stadium. Najemba Wachiso Giants are away to the Luzira-based side. There is Maroons, while Mbarara City is home as they host Police at Kachoika Stadium. Yeah, some of the recaps on some of the games, just like I said, Maroons Wachiso Giants, 4 p.m. Luzira, Bula KCCA, 4 p.m. Najemba, Mbarara versus Police, Kachoika Stadium, 4 p.m. as well. Those are some of course, some of the fixtures that definitely shall be coming up front. Yesterday, as the local transfers that did close at midnight, we did see Governor Chizito joining KCCA. Gavin Chizito is one guy that definitely has always been dreaming of playing for KCCA in there. And we sometimes did have an interview, an inclusive interview with Governor Chizito. He did say 5 years ago, Gavin Chizito revealed that his dream was to play for KCCA domestically. However, he went to play for the Kasasiro rival soccer club Villa and even helped them extend their record in the Star Times at Uganda Premier League with a 17th trophy. Yeah, under the watchful eyes of Gavin Chizito. He fell out with the leadership at a soccer club Villa and now has achieved his childhood dream as he has signed a 2-year contract with KCCA, the Kasasiro boys. And in the inclusive interview, he also said, I feel so excited and happy to join KCCA. I have an ambition to help the club win trophies together with my fellow players. And he went ahead and said, I am thankful to the club board, management, and the head coach for having granted me this opportunity to join KCCA football club, and will also repay their faith in me. The 2002 Bone joins as a proven defender who can play both at the right and centre back, and is a leader, having captained the national under-20 side as well as soccer club Villa. In his so far a short career, he will compete for a place at right back, mainly with Haruna Lukwago and versatile Philbert Obenchan in there. And this is quite a very good one if you look at Gavin Chizito. And of course, his previouses or his profile, you will definitely get to realize that he is one key player. There is very energetic, there is a hard worker, and he is one versatile player that a coach could, by the way, trust in there. And another story coming in from Luzira is that Bengo calls for maximum attention. Maroons today that will be taking on Wachiso Giants, Bull KCCA, Mbarara Police, Bright Stars, URA. Wachiso Giants coach Stephen Bengo has urged his players to concentrate for whole minutes against Maroons if they are to leave the Prisons grounds with a maximum points in there. The guy is quite unskeptical about this very game because they know how tough it is to play. There is a Maroons, the Luzira base side at home, and mostly it is always very difficult to pick points, especially in Luzira. And this only does not apply only in Luzira, it also applies in most of the home grounds of a lot of clubs. Because one, the 12-man squad, yeah, I always tell everyone the 12-man squad plays a very huge role, but when it comes to a team that sits home, because this is a side, we're talking about the fan base. They're the ones that will chant you throughout the game They're the ones that will propel you. Their noise, the background noise and all that is one that can push the players. It's one that can give energy to the players to go past the opponents in there. So basically, today we shall be seeing Wachiso Giants travel to Luzira. They know how hard it is. KCCA has ever fallen there. Villa has ever fallen there. Vipers has ever fallen there. At Maroons side, Luzira. Picking maximum points there is very hard. That is something Stephen Bengo knows, a coach of Wachiso Giants, who his side travels today at Luzira to take on Maroons. The two sides face off today with either of them targeting to get off the mark after beginning their campaign with similar 1-1 draws for both sides. By the way, the Purple Sharks, talking about Wachiso Giants, threw away a first half lead against the Solitilo Bright Stars, while the Prison Warders were within minutes of beating UPDF, but conceded a late equalizer in there. In the first game against the Bright Stars, we switched off in some moments, especially the second half, and we were punished, said Bengo, who is in permanent management for the first time in his career as a head coach of Wachiso Giants, as he says. So we have worked on that as we face a good side that beat us 1-0 in a friendly. And from the lessons we got, we believe we can do better. Wachiso Giants, who could have a few more individuals available, including under-20 striker Davis Kakande, will face the former defender Apollo Kakogwe in defense. Key stats to note in this very game include Maroons have only lost 1 to Wachiso Giants in the previous 6 league meetings. They won 2, drew 3. However, they are yet to beat the Purple Sharks when they hosted them, with all 3 home meetings ending in draws. In other match day 2 fixtures today, I have said this quite a couple of times, we shall be also seeing Police visitor Mbarara, and this game will be 4 p.m. at Kachoika. URA is away to Solitilo Bright Stars, while Bull hosts KCCA at Veriza Najoimba. Also, somehow, in some of the results, of course, there are quite a couple of UPL games that went down yesterday, where, of course, we did see NEC Football Club beating Veriza Chitara. NEC ascends Uganda Premier League Summit after a win over Chitara Football Club. Uganda Premier League season 2024-2025. A couple of people in their opener, NEC did beat Vipers. That was in March day 1 of UPL season 2024-2025. People said it was luck. And this time around, the same NEC travels to Chitara and also beats Chitara 2-1. What has happened? Is it still luck? Isn't it the hard work of the two gaffers? There is Mbalango and Dudu Bosco. Are we still seeing luck here? For me, Susie, no, this is not luck. We did see a couple of games going down yesterday in March day 2, where Chitara lost to NEC 2-1. We did see Vipers beating Express 3-0, and UPDF did beat Lugazi 1-0. NEC, of course, went past Chitara on March day 2 in the 2024-2025 Star Times Uganda Premier League at the Royals Park Stadium, Butema in Hoima. By the way, NEC did very well because collecting maximum points in Masindi in the Royals Park, it is not an easy thing. Because definitely, if you look at the huge fan base that Chitara has, those guys can support. Yeah? Those people can support whether they're traveling away out of the Royals Park, but within Uganda, they will sweep themselves like nothing is happening. Yeah? This time, I am even shocked how NEC, of course, did beat Chitara 2-1 at the Royals Park down in Masindi, but yeah, that is football. Anything can happen, so that is that. NEC, of course, did go past. Enoch Sevagala and Gaddafi Wahabu scored the goals for visiting NEC, who are coached by Hussein Mbalago. Of course, I was very excited seeing one of our own. There is Jumani Gaddafi Wahab Thiago scoring in that very goal, registering his name onto the scoreboard. Chitara's only goal was a penalty struck by substitute Gabon leaving after a goalless first half. The game was lit up with Sebagala's opener in the 49th minute. Gabon, who had replaced Frank Zaga, to Mwesige after 55 minutes, equalized from there is a spot kick. Wahabu, another substitute, volleyed home a sweet winner with 11 minutes left on the clock for full time in. The NEC has now made it 2 out of 2 with 6 points and ascends the summit over the table standings after 3-1 home win over Vipers on match day 1. Chitara, who won 3-0 away at Lugazi, succumbed to the first defeat in the new season on a new home ground where they lost, of course, a couple of 55 million in their gate collections. Elsewhere, Vipers smiled 3-0 over visiting Express at St. Mary's Stadium, Chitende. Team captain Milton Karisa scored twice, and second half substitute Asiwome Fumade added the other during the flood-lit game, because this game yesterday started at 7 p.m. UPDF edged the visiting side, the Lugazi 1-0 at the Bombo Military Army Barracks Stadium. Yesterday, we did see Chitara, of course, lining up against NEC matches they lost. We did see them line up as Crispus Kusima, Maxwell Wachgiu, Jasper Hebwa, Ronaldo Tai, Alpha Chigundu, David Nihawe, Solomon Ukwalinga, Frank Atumwesiga, Fred Amaku, Jude Semugabi, and Dennis Omedi. In the subs, Chitara did have Jamil Chiimba, Eric Muber, David Kasaija, Douglas Oiroth, Ivan Serubiri, Titus Sematimba, Marvin Nyanzi, Sabir, Yacinta, George Senkaba, Living Gabon, Frank Yiga Semakula. And then also in the winning side, there is with the head coach Brian Senyondo. NEC did line up as Huntington Sebwalunyo, Geriga Atendele, Gideon Odong, Ibrahim Chuyemba, who was the captain, Bani Ibrahim Tembo, Enoka Sebagala, Paul Muchurezi, Rashid Okocha, Muzamir Mutiaba, and Cromwell Rothumio Abang. In the subs, they did have Samson Chiria, Benjamin Ochan, Isma, Kaulo Jacob Okoa, Chimwera Amir, Kakoma Gaddafi Wahabu, Dixon Nuamanya, James Jarieko, and Kulanga Kasiria, with their head coach as Hussein Mbalago. That, of course, did see NEC go past Chitara in a 2-1 while being a visitor. That and more of the stories coming up after the half break.